What it is, my Tino, peace and grace here, and for today's WDIF, or Where Do I Find, we're talking about 7 common resources. And those resources are alloy plates, circuits, ferrite, nanospores, plastids, polymer bundles, and finally, salvage. Now these are really common resources, and they do drop in fair amounts of a fair number. However, I did add plastids to this list because while they don't drop in this equal amounts, they do tend to drop more than resources such as control modules, gallium, synthalo, or tellurium. So that's why it's on this list. If you are looking for those other resources, keep your eyes peeled. I am working on a vid for those. However, a few things to keep in mind with this vid, and that is that this is FarmFrame in all of its glory. Because of this, you're going to want to bring your farming loadout. This can consist of a Necros or a Hydroid with the Pilfering Swarm augment, your choice. Also remember that Necroses do not stack. However, they can cover a wider area. So if you have multiple Necros, just split them up. One on one side of the map, another on the other side, so that both of those desecrates are working to cover a good portion of the map. So you can split those up. Now obviously it goes without saying, but boosters, can't recommend them enough. Now all of my runs consisted of 10 minutes, 10 waves, depending on the type of mission, and I ran all of these missions solo. With that said, if you run this mission, any of these missions with a full squad, you're going to have more enemy spawn and more chances for these resources to drop. Also, if you stay longer than I did, 10 minutes, 10 waves, you again have more resources dropping. So if you combine these, a full squad, and stay longer with the resource booster, yeah, you're going to end up with a ton of these resources. So, finally, the last thing to keep in mind here is the locations that I've chosen to show to you guys today. And that is that all of these locations are very early in the star chart. They're going to consist of missions on Earth, Venus, Mars, and Phobos, as well as one on Saturn, which I'll get to that here in a minute, shortly. But suffice it to say, this is because most of your newer players, if you're looking for these resources, you need to be able to get access to them, or get access to them very early or very easy. So that's why I've chosen these locations. So the first location, as I said, is going to be Tickle on Earth. And all of these missions are also Dark Sector missions because they provide bonuses that regular missions do not. As you can see here on Tickle, you get a 15% resource drop rate, 12% XP from kills, and 8% additional XP from melee kills. This is a low-level mission, 6 to 16. It's against Infested, and it is an excavation mission, as I said. Now, this is where you get cryotic. If you're a newer player and you're wondering where do you get cryotic, you get them from excavation missions, and Tickle works really well for that. Now, on my runs, again, 10-minute runs, 10-wave runs, on Tickle on Earth, I ended up with about 1,440 Ferrite. Now you can also earn Neuroids as well as Detonite Ampule, and of course Rubido, which Rubido drops in large amounts all over the place, so I didn't bother to cover it because you probably, even as a newer player, have already racked up a good amount of it. So the next location I've chosen is Venus, specifically Romula on Venus. Now Romula on Venus has a 10% resource drop rate. It also has a 10% XP from kills, 5% XP from rifle kills, but still, yet again, it is an easy mission, level 8 to 18 against Infested defense mission. So on my runs with Romula, I ended up with about 1,000 alloy plates, 350 circuits, and 350 polymer bundles. So if you're looking for any of those, this is a good place to go. It can also potentially have field drawn samples drop for you. So the third location that I have chosen is going to be on Phobos. Specifically, it is going to be on Zeugma, which is another Dark Sector mission on Phobos, and this is going to give you 25% resource drop rate, which is very good, 18% XP from kills, and 13% XP from rifle kills. So this is a survival mission against Infested, and it's level 15 to 25, so depending on how long you stay, depending on where you are in the game and what level you're at, and how comfortable you are with the game, this could get kind of difficult. But I think even just a little time in Warframe, even if you're a newer player, you guys will have no problem whatsoever mastering this and making this look easy. So on my runs, I ended up with about 1,300 alloy plate, and I also ended up with about 150 plastids. This can also drop Morphics as well as Rubido. But again, don't expect Morphics to drop in huge numbers because they don't typically. And of course, Rubido, yeah, it rains Rubido in a lot of missions, so there you go. The next location I chose was Mars. Now, specifically the mission that I chose on Mars is Kadish. Now, Kadish, again, is a lower-ish level mission, a defense mission against Infested, level 10 to 20, and you get a 20% resource drop rate. Obviously, you get the 15% XP from kills and 10% XP from pistol kills, but the one you care about is the 20% resource drop rate. Now, my runs with Kadish, I ended up with about 3,440 salvage, but you can also get gallium, as well as Morphics. Again, don't expect these to drop in large numbers because they just don't. And the same goes for Fieldtron samples. But this is a good location for all of those. Now, the last location is kind of a bummer, but I've got to recommend it, and that is Saturn. Now, if you're newer to the game of Warframe, you may not have gotten halfway through the star chart to unlock Saturn. But the reason I've chosen Saturn is because it's really the first time you can actively farm Nanospores. That's why I selected it. Unfortunately, if you're needing Nanospores and you're wondering where the heck do I get them, Saturn is the first place you can farm them and put up extractors as well. Now, all of these locations that I've mentioned to you, you can actually install extractors, and hopefully you'll get the resources you're looking for. But it's really kind of a crapshoot as what you're actually going to get in your extractors. So, needless to say, on my runs in Posinus, I ended up with about 3,654 Nanospores and about 440 Plastids. Again, Posinus, it's, I would say, depending on how experienced you are in this game, this could be difficult for you. But again, I don't think if you spent any time in Warframe, I don't think it would take you long to get up to this level. Now, this is against Infested. It's a survival mission, and you get a 20% resource drop rate in this location. Well, you also get a 15% XP from kills, as well as 10% XP from shotgun kills. But this is a really good location, and I still actively farm this today because you can get some Oracle cells from this. So if you're looking for those, that's an option. So hopefully that helps you guys out. Let me know down in the comments section what kind of resources you're looking for. And until next time, peace and grace.